Hello and welcome, everyone. Welcome to, what are we at, episode 108, something like that, of DevChatter. Glad to be here. It is a nice Thursday. Our weather's fairly okay, and, I'm a developer, so I wouldn't really know anything about that, because we don't go outside. But welcome, everybody. Glad to see you in chat there, Stoolpenner, Zarnel. We are going to be doing some coding today. I was asking around in our Discord what we should do for today's stream. So if you are not in our Discord and want to be able to be a part of those discussions, things like that, you can check out our Discord using that link. Coated Beard, welcome. Okay, so I'm going to do our quick intro and then we're going to dive right into some code. So first thing I want to mention is I am starting to get some things scheduled for our future streams. We're going to be doing some more of our Learn to Code series, so I'm going to get those scheduled on our calendar. And then I'm also going to get our dependency inversion principle, I should say sequels to our last of our solid streams, of which the dependency inversion principle is going to be the one we cover on Saturday. So if you haven't seen our solid Saturdays series here on the stream, you should really check it out. What we do for those streams is we talk about one of the solid principles of object-oriented design, and then we focus on that as we do the whole stream. So it becomes a nice little way for us to anchor ourselves sort of in a concept. So as we program, everybody's paying attention for these kinds of things that we should be doing, these areas we should be focusing on. So that's kind of the idea. Yeah, no problem, Kevin. Stay safe out there. Okay. See, it's a good thing we got Kevin in on the stream before the hurricane came by. Alright. So, as I mentioned, I'm going to be scheduling some things. So right now our schedule is bare. That is because I am going to be filling this in. You'll notice I extended the calendar all the way out to October because I scheduled Guy Royce in finally. And so we know what day we're planning on him being a guest on the stream. So finally, only took me 6 months to actually nail that one down, but we will have Guy on here, and it's going to be awesome. Okay, today we are going to be doing some coding on coding games. So today's going to be another one of our programming exercises streams. So I will go ahead and give a brief explanation and then get started. So, hello, welcome. I think I gave enough time for people to start coming in. This channel here is DevChatter. My name is Brendan. It says it like right there below me. I am not DevChatter. The channel is DevChatter. So it's about discussion, and that's what our chat is for. So, if you are interested and so inclined, while we are working on some code, feel free to do some other stuff in chat. If that hangman game or something like that appears above my head ends up getting in the way of our coding, I will just turn the overlay off. So that'll mean no more of like this stuff going on. So we'll see. As long as it doesn't get too distracting, we'll leave the overlay on. So let's go ahead and get coding. Yeah, Zarnel, these do lead to some interesting topics, which is one of the reasons why I put in the title of this, that there will be some coding discussions in addition to just the coding. Because that kind of comes up when you do programming exercises. You can't really avoid it. Okay. So, let's get started. What is this first one? Top of the list. Because why not? It's at the top of the list. What is this one? Make a function that will return a greeting statement that uses an input. This seems like an easy one. We'll start here, and then do a real one for the next one. Greet is not implemented. I like it. This seems beginner level. Let's see. Return that. Now, hang on. We're getting advanced here, guys. Hang on. A $sign at the beginning so that we can put values into here. And name. Let's see if that works. Oh man, I think we got it. Actually, before we submit this final, let me find out how much they actually give us here. Because if so, I'm going to do this. if this actually works, that's my ideal solution right there. Does that compile in this code? It does. Good. So, greet using an expression-bodied method. So if you haven't seen that syntax, this basically says, hey, I'm going to use a single expression on the right-hand side, and that is going to be the entire body of the method. So, cool. Let's see what the top one was. That's funny. Same thing I did. That's not surprising. Oh, no, that is mine. Meh. Mine's the best practice. Click. What's the other one? Hello? Oh, yeah, same thing, but didn't expression-bodied member it. Cool. Yeah, Zarnal, this question was probably written before that, but I also think this was written for a very early beginner. That'd be my guess. Let's just click next and see where it takes us. Ah, hit up the difficulty. Good. That's what we wanted. Alright, so once upon a time on a way through the old Wild West, a man was given directions to go from one point to another. The directions were north, south, west, east. Clearly, north and south are opposite. West and east, too. Going to one direction and coming back the opposite direction is needless effort. Since this is the Wild West, with dreadful weather and not much water, it's important to save yourself some energy, otherwise you might die of thirst. How I crossed the desert the smart way. Ah, okay, so this is going to be like we receive a set and we need to weed out unnecessary steps, I believe is what they're going for here. Okay, so how I crossed the desert the smart way. The directions given to the man are, for example, north, south, south, east, west, northwest. So that's like north, south, south, east, west, northwest. Wait, what? Oh, array or collection. Yeah, okay. They're just telling us different formats. So obviously a north and a south cancel out, a south and a north cancel out, an east and a west cancel out. So the only real value here was actually just go west. So that's the result that they want. Makes sense. So every time you have a duplicate, remove them. I can think of a variety of ways of doing this. One thing you could potentially do is, make some kind of operation where you have like negative and positive values for like maybe north and east are positive and south and west are negative or something like that, canceling each other out. Some kind of thing like that. Or you could just treat them as values and cancel them out as well. And I think either one would be fine. So write a function direction reduce or reduction, not sure what they meant, which will take an array of strings and return an array of strings with the needless directions removed. Got it. So just cancel out all the pairs. So easy enough. I think we can do it. Let's go do it. Train. Okay. Nope. Nope, nope, nope sauce right there. Nope. Nope. Not doing it. No. We're fixing this. We're fixing this. There we go. That was a joke, obviously. I didn't really care about that. Okay, so step 1. Return a new array strings south. I have no idea if south is the correct answer here, but I'm just going to put it in there. Alright, so it can't find string. Are you kidding me? They gave me code that couldn't compile. Guys, seriously, does anyone know how I can correct their code here? That's terrible. It didn't run by default. Like, they gave me code that does not compile, and not because it was incomplete. Alright. West, south, east, south. Yep, okay, so those expected directions, I just said south. Oh, yeah, sure. There we go, reset. I can just kill it really fast. And then we get a derpy mode out of it. So there's what happens when we lose a game of Hangman now. Okay, so here's what we need to do. I kind of want to solve this with LINQ, because I think that's more interesting. But maybe we'll solve it with a loop first. So let's do this. Simplest thing I can think of to make this happen is to do a n count 0. And you can actually declare integers multiple at on the same line in C#, but I don't recommend it because most people are not used to seeing it. So let's do this. So we're going to start off simple, and then we're going to fix this up as we go. So the first thing we're going to do is this. I want to say for each, we're going to say string direction in... Why is it called array? Or even direction list would be better. We'll go with direction list. Just so no one gets confused by the individual S difference there. Luckily, it can still call that method even if I change the name of the parameter. Okay, so here's what I want to do in our simple. This is our naive approach to begin with. So we're going to do a quick switch on direction. Direction. Derp. And then we're going to say case south. And I'm going to assume that they always give them to us in this case, and just assume that it's coming from an enum, and normally we would use that. What is this? West, east, north. Okay. Next thing we need is each one of these needs a break. And yes, we're going to replace it with LINQ, don't worry. Really? Oh, thanks, editor, for trying to help. There we go. Okay, so this is still going to say south. It's still going to fail for the same reason as before, but we're not worried about that. We're just building this. So we have these warnings because we never assigned those values. That's fine. So we're just going to do that plus plus and s count plus plus east and so first thing we're going to do is count them. So that gets us the count of all of those. I missed curly brace somewhere. Oh, it's right here, and I put it on the wrong side. Brendan, what are you smoking? There we go. Alright, code compiles, runs, still failing the test for the same reason. That's fine. We aren't expecting it to succeed yet. So why don't we do this? Yeah, see, this is just less fun. Anthony R. Lane, we are just doing some coding practice here on CodeWars, on CodeWars, whatever it's called, today. So programming exercises and that sort of thing. So discussions about design of these simple problems that we're going to be doing here. So just some fun stuff. What is the number of directions in each direction of... So, what I was thinking, RetroBear, is that I would just find the one that we ended up with, you know, being the only one and print that out. But they want the... hang on. One quick question. Do they not have a... Let me do this real fast. I want to print out this set, but in the wrong order, and let me see if these tests pass. I want to test something about the test. Actually, I can see it right here. Assert that they're equal. I hope this isn't how they're actually testing it, because if it is, then order's going to matter on these, which is irritating. Right? That test's gonna fail now? Yep, that test fails. Okay, that's annoying. They're testing based on order. Son of a gun. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. Actually, that second test is wrong. Like, just straight up wrong. Okay, I won't worry about that. Because north, west, south, east should never be able to be the correct answer. That makes no sense. It would just be no movement. It would be an empty array. So example test 2 is not correct. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do this a different way, because I got kind of bored of that one. I'm just going to say direction list group by, and this is directions. We're going to group by direction, so we're going to group by the whole values, so that means wherever these match, that's what we're going to group on. So the souths get grouped together, the norths get grouped together, and then we are going to select... let's see, group dot, this is going to be new object. I'm going to create a new anonymous object, and that's what we're going to return. No, Binary Logics, this is CodeWars.com. So we're going to say direction equals it's group by direction. So then we're going to have south, north, east, and west along with counts. Alright, I'm just going to do this for now. This will be int south count. We'll just do it this way. Not the most efficient for now, but we'll do it like this. So this is S count, N count, W count, E count. Yeah, Binary Logics, it's kind of fun. So we need to do our north-south differential. which will make this be the same variable eventually, because we can just subtract when we do the count later. So we could actually just do, we did north minus, so actually, oh, I forgot I could do that. So south minus north, and then east-west diff. Equals that. So that gets us our differential. So if oh man. How are they removing? I need a better example of how they want this to actually work. Because I don't actually know which way they want us to go on this, now that I think about it. Print I equals 0, I is less than, direction list, length, I plus plus. Yeah, I'm really not sure which way to go on this, so here's what I'm thinking. Direction list dot. Actually, that's we're gonna do this. List of string. Direction list equals that dot to list. So first off, we're going to get a list because it's nicer to work with. Ooh, one thing I want to confirm. C# list remove. I want to confirm the result of that. This returns a bool, right? Yes, it does. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to do what I was originally planning on doing. We're going to do this. We're going to switch on direction array I. When it's north, we are going to say direction list dot remove south if that succeeds. Then we are going to remove a north as well. Hey Draco401, welcome. Okay, so here's my thinking. We can basically just do that. There might be a nicer way to write this. South, north, south. Ooh. I need to adjust the way my outer loop works. Hey, welcome. We're just doing some programming exercises here. So, I'm chatting about code. How about count and just odd or even? Joe King 916, what are you thinking? So I've got my counts of these. Guess if my differential is oh, you know what? I know what I'm gonna do. I know what I'm going to do. Int n count. We are going to do what I was originally planning on doing. S count, because I just thought of how we could do this. Which hopefully I don't forget it by the time I actually go to write it. Int e count. W count. Here's what I'm thinking. If we take these, we can do math.min on s count, n count. So do a for int I equals 0, I is less than whatever one is the smaller one of those. I plus plus. And that's how many times we do a remove of both. So we're going to do that and that. So we will remove one of each for whatever the quantity is of the minimum one. So whichever one's smaller, whether we have fewer norths or fewer souths, that's how many we're going to remove. Well, that's funny. Sequence contains more than one matching element. Wow, well that's a problem. Congratulations, Stool Penner, you crashed the bot. We'll do that for now. And bring the bot back in. Okay, type expected. Wait, what is this? Oh, I think I just left something incomplete somewhere. We won't worry about that. So let's get rid of this loop here. Get rid of that. Direction list.toArray is what we're going to return. I'd rather work with a list than an array every single day. The type name says list could not be found. Yep, that's true. I did not add it. System collections generic. Helps if you type it right, Brendan. Math does not exist, so for that one I need system.math. So we're going to add that using statement as well. There we go. So I returned east every time? Oh, because I didn't remove them yet. Yeah. So the minimum of east count, west count. Whoops. And it does not matter the order that I remove those, shouldn't. There we go. Oh, failed on one of the tests. What? Expected north, but was east. Lies. Wish it told me expected is system.string9. Thanks for that, guys. Thanks for that. I wonder in what case do we fail? It's gotta just be an ordering issue. It's gotta just be ordering. We returned back. Yeah, that's because the answer's 0. That's the right answer. Am I crazy? You guys agree with me here, right? In this sample test, this is the correct... That sample test is wrong, right? Yeah. Yeah, north, south, east, and west is supposed to be empty. This whoever did these tests in C# did it wrong. Like, it's seriously wrong. I'm not crazy here, right? How do I tell them this test is wrong? Huh. Because I kind of sit here and I'm like, I can't tell you what's wrong with these tests when we actually run the real test. There's not anything wrong with them. The code works. What is test 10? Can you show me the inputs, guys? I'd love to see the inputs. Just in case, copying that to my clipboard. I don't know if it's going to maintain it for me. I can see the little progress bar going up there. Yeah. How do we tell them that this one is wrong? Hey, Sir Think-A-Lot. We are actually not making anything today. We're just doing some programming exercises here on CodeWars. And we're getting mildly annoyed by the fact that that this kata is broken in C#. So whoever did the C# version of this broke it. So here's the problem with it. We know it's broken because their example tests were wrong. And we're like, hang on, you didn't even get your examples right. Like, they don't match the directions. So clearly it can't be right. Like, whoops, that's funny. This is what they said the output should be. They're like, they had it, this is the way it defaults down here. And I'm like, wait, what? So, yeah. Yeah, so if we do that and I put my code back in, you'll see that our tests fail over there, but then this also fails. That's funny, Janisku. I don't know why, but here's the dumb thing. This is supposed to be the answer. Right here. That's the answer. Oh yeah. No, it was a mess up on their part. That would be hilarious, so think a lot. Okay. So I'm gonna skip this one. I'm annoyed because it's a busted test. What? What? What are we supposed to do? This sounds... Am I crazy that this is the easiest one in the world right here? So int.parse a plus int.parse b. I mean,